Yesterday we spoke about the halakha called en bishul achar bishul, which means once something was already cooked before the Shabbat started, it was cooked. Bishul means it was cooked. Now it's sitting in your refrigerator and you want to take it out and heat it up again. Not cook it again. You want to heat it up again. That's called bishul achar bishul, to cook it once it was already cooked. The example we gave yesterday was someone has what's called a kugel in his fridge, or he has a kibbeh, lahamaji, some sort of chicken nuggets or something like that, and it's sitting in his fridge cold. He wants to warm it up for the Shabbat morning meal. Can he put that on the fire to re-warm, not to cook, to re-warm? And we said yesterday that is mutar, because en bishul achar bishul when it comes to Shabbat. We mentioned, of course, that you cannot put it directly on the fire. You must put it with a slight shinui, with a slight difference, either on top of a blech, on top of a Shabbat, a hot plate, or something like that, or on top of the crock pot where you have your hamin, or something like that. Then it's mutar. And we mentioned yesterday that it's only by davar yavesh, only something which is dry. Because then we say once it's cooked, you cannot recook it, it's already cooked. But when it's lach, something which is wet, like a soup or something like that, something that has a lot of liquid, that is called yesh bishul achar bishul b'davar lach. There is cooking when something is a wet item and you reheat it. That is called still cooking it, and that would be asur. Today I want to mention one more law about this. The Chacham Ovadia talks about an interesting case. If a person would like to place bread or any type of baked item into a soup. Now this is an interesting case. It happens all the time. You take soup from a pot on the fire and you put it into a bowl which has in it those bread croutons. Is that a problem or not? So one might have said, look, this is something that was baked. The bread was something that was baked. Now I'm pouring from a kli rishon, from something on top of a fire onto it. Maybe that's cooking. We said the law is en bishul achar bishul. But what about bishul achar afiyah? If I'm cooking something that was baked, maybe you're not allowed to cook that. It was only baked, it wasn't cooked. Maybe cooking after cooking is okay. But cooking after baking is a problem. And the answer is, Chacham Ovadia says according to Sfaradim, that is not a problem. We hold as well, en bishul achar afiyah. And therefore it is 100% mutar for a person to pour boiling hot soup from a kli rishon, from a pot that was on the fire, directly onto the breadcrumbs in his plate, and that is also okay. Baruch Adonai Le'olam, Amen ve'amen.